Okay, thanks, Stormy. And if you hear ruckus in the background, those are the crazy cat roommates that are hilarious. All right, you guys. So we have about an hour here. We're going to spend an hour together. I'm really excited about it. And I want to be sure that I deliver enough information for you so that you feel confident, empowering yourself to make your own choices at home so that you can have the emotional and physical health that you want. Okay, so if you're coming in later, just add your questions. I will be sure to answer them. And then maybe one word, add in one word as well, comment with one word of the thing you want to learn about, whether it's digestive health, stress, emotions, migraines, right? Those kinds of things. We're going to be talking about the 10 basic essential oils. So, ready, we are going. So one word, let me know what you'd like to learn about and what you, ow, I just hit my elbow really hard. Good thing there's an oil for that. Okay. All right. So where you're coming from, one thing that you would like to learn, and anything else you want me to know that's has to do with your health or well-being. Okay, so we are working in here. So something I find today is that people, especially women, are really overwhelmed with their lives. Okay, we have a lot going on. We have kids potentially, we have parents we're taking care of. Again, if you hear there's cat noises in the back, so we're just going with it. This is the nature of doing this from home, right? So kids, parents, work, maybe there's some health issues, maybe we're working multiple jobs, maybe we are all over the city teaching yoga. I know that used to be me, really stressful. And some common things that I see in the world are a lot of people where people are so busy and blown up with technology are sleep problems, stress, digestive issues, depression, anxiety, and we're going on these especially like depression meds, anxiety meds at an early and earlier age. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my story here in a moment, but I'm a wilderness psychotherapist and I use essential oils with my kids out there. And these are teenagers that have struggled for a long time. And I have been usually medicated since they've anywhere from 8, 6 to 14, 15, 16. They've been on these psychoactive or psychotropic medications because they're stressed, they maybe have trauma, they've got all sorts of things going on, right? So again, if you're joining in a little late, just comment with where you're coming in from and one word that you'd like to learn about in terms of essential oils, okay? And I will be sure to address them. So all of these things, still sleep problems, stress, digestive issues, depression, anxiety, these are all related to the fact that our bodies are just inflamed. Okay, whether it's a nervous system inflammation, physiological inflammation, bloating, I'm seeing bloating, right? It's inflammation in the digestive tract, right? Or the nervous system inflammation from trauma and stress can create all sorts of issues. I see trauma as a big underlying factor in physiological issues, okay? So especially when we're looking at things like any kind of somatic symptom that we're having, it can usually be related back to an emotional issue or some traumatic event that can be resolved through some kind of somatic body awareness and essential oils, okay? So we didn't see these same medical problems 30 years ago, okay? We now have a pharmaceutical industry that just says, take this pill for that, take this pill for this. And what happened is that those pills are now making us sicker. Those antibiotics are making us sicker, right? They completely disrupt our gut flora. And the food that we have processed is also making us sicker. And now we're killing ourselves with environmental problems like cancers that we have these days that we didn't used to have, ADHD, stress, anxiety, so on and so forth, hormonal issues. They're all preventable if we take a more proactive stance, Okay, and by that I mean getting in there and managing it before you have a problem. Okay, so we didn't have to do that before. We didn't have to work in this way with our bodies. It was our, like, we're starting to see that our grandparents were doing something right? They were already eating organic food. They were using plants. They were different indigenous tribes will use ginger all over their bodies, or put banana peels on the bottoms of, rub banana peels or orange peels on the bottoms of their feet. They knew something. And especially in our westernized culture, we have so many of these lifestyle related diseases, obesity, we can't lose weight, all the things I'm mentioning, stress, depression, anxiety, not feeling well. And we didn't have to deal with this as much. I'm going to tell you a little story. Yesterday, I had something with more sugar than I usually eat. And I felt an almost instantaneous kind of depression. It was like I felt like a zombie for a lot of the day, because I'm not used to having that kind of sugar. A processed sugar. And sometimes I do that on occasion, right? Like, it's not about being perfect or always eating super healthy and clean. It's like an 80-20 rule, like 80% of the time, eat super healthy, non-processed plant food. And then the other 20% enjoy yourself. This is not about being super restrictive. But what I noticed was, wow, like I just ate something that was more processed than usual and more sugary than usual. And I'm feeling totally depressed. Okay. And then had to reverse that with some lifestyle stuff, including oils. Okay. So I want to help you feel really empowered so that you can feel like you can control this and be in charge again. Okay. So my goal for us today is for you to learn the basics of essential oils. So what they are, what they really are, what they're not, okay, where you can get them, meaning how to choose your oils, including looking at sourcing, looking at the land they grow on, the process of harvesting the plant, the distillation, or the process of pulling the oil off of the plant, and the testing process for purity after that, so that you are getting pure essential oils without any of the contaminants or fillers. And this is extremely important because they will have all these contaminants and fillers, which we're going to talk about, are impacting the therapeutic benefits of the oils. Okay. So again, if you're coming in late, let me know in 1 or 2 or 3 words, what are you wanting to learn? Okay. And I've been getting a lot of questions, so I already have stuff planned, but if you want a specific question answered, let me know. Okay. And I can do that. And then I'm just managing a couple different platforms here. So so sometimes I might pause and manage one. And if I pop off of one, you can go over onto Facebook or Instagram. Either one is fine. Both will work. Okay. So, all right, you guys. So again, we're learning about the basics of essential oils, how to choose them, and then the 3 basic ways to use them. And then I'm going to walk you through the 10 or so basic, most popular oils, so that you can learn. Once you know and understand how to use those 10 basic oils, you will have a foundation forever. Okay. And when you know how to choose your oils, how the sourcing matters, why the sourcing matters, why the purity testing matters, then you are going to be really solid in terms of a foundation of how to use essential oils safely and effectively and actually have them work for you. Okay. They do a lot more than just smell good. All right. So, and then those 10 basic oils, I'm going to also explain why you'll never want to leave home without them, in addition to having them in your medicine cabinet when you leave this class. Okay. So again, going back, what will help me help you is, I'd like to know one thing you'd like to learn, whether it's physical, emotional pain, hormonal problems, stress, digestion, migraines, support for your kids, boosting your immune system so you can spend more time with your family and doing the things that you love. And then and how to manage the pressure in the world, right? The fact that we have all these antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds and we're being prescribed them earlier and earlier is an issue, right? It says a lot about what's going on in our world. And then anything like joint and muscle pain, and most of these things are related to inflammation in the body. Okay, so what you're putting in your body in terms of what you're eating and drinking is either facilitating that inflammation or getting rid of the inflammation. So a struggle to lose weight is actually related to inflammation. stress related to inflammation in the nervous system, anxiety as well, inflammation in the nervous system, as well as cognitive thoughts, right? But a big digestive issues, inflammation, bloating, which is also a digestive issue, inflammation, okay? So when it's rampant, that inflammation is rampant in the body and it becomes out of control, that's when we start to feel those somatic symptoms in our gut, can't lose weight, can't sleep, depressed, things like that, okay? So let's go into what are essential oils. They are extracts from plants. They are volatile aromatic compounds from plants, and they are highly concentrated. So they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So one drop of peppermint essential oil from doTERRA, for instance, and maybe pulling these out, I've got all 10 here. So peppermint oil, one drop of that they have found is about the equivalent of 27 cups of peppermint tea. Okay, so it wakes you up. It's really energizing. I'm going to get into more of the uses of each of them. It's very invigorating. One drop in the palm of your hands is more than enough. Deep breath in. It's opening up the nasal passages. Okay, and again, we're going to go into the specifics of each of these oils in a moment. And then usually they are the inspiration for synthetically produced pharmaceutical products. So one of my colleagues and friends, Haley Hobson, she had digestive issues, a lot of digestive issues, and she was given a synthetic form as a medication. She's given a synthetic form of peppermint because they can patent that. They can't patent a peppermint leaf, right? But they will create a synthetic peppermint and then patent that so they can make money off of it. And again, speaking about the pharmaceutical industry. So she was literally prescribed synthetic peppermint. And this is hilarious to me because what she said is, why not? And she was suffering from very severe digestive issues, okay, and went a very holistic lifestyle, solved that and healed that inflammation in her body. I mean, she was like, thought she was going to die, okay? So he prescribed her this, and she said, well, why don't I just use one drop of real peppermint? Maybe that would be more effective. And then she found essential oils. Okay, so we have to consider the motives of the pharmaceutical industry and the fact that they cannot patent these essential oils, and that's a large part of why we have to, like, you're going to notice I'm going to use compliant language. So I'm not going to say anything cures anything. I might state a study, but that is it. I'm not going to say this is curing this, because the pharmaceutical industry, which is very much in bed with the FDA, okay, the Food and Drug Administration that's testing all these pharmaceuticals, the pharmaceutical industry feels very threatened by doTERRA as the largest and fastest growing essential oil company in the world, because they're making such pure, effective, natural medicine. Okay, it's very threatening. So the FDA has said to doTERRA and people that are using doTERRA, please do not make any drug claims, which is okay. But if you go to aromaticscience.com and do your research, there are hundreds upon hundreds of science-based research, peer-reviewed studies on essential oils, okay? And we're going to get into this as well, but part of that research, and a lot of independent scientists have bought doTERRA essential oils without doTERRA knowing, and done research on doTERRA because they're wondering what is going on here. Why are so many people starting to use these oils? And they're finding that when they were trying to do studies on essential oils from other companies, they weren't getting consistent results. So this is also part of why a lot of this research is new, okay? And they weren't getting the consistent results that they would like in the scientific community. And then when they started using the actual doTERRA essential oils, it's the first time they've been getting consistent results in their scientific studies. And again, these are independent researchers, not unbeknownst to doTERRA, researching and studying the efficacy of these essential oils, okay? So now the pendulum is swinging back, and we're realizing that our grandparents really knew what they were doing, right? So congratulations to all of you who are here with me, taking charge of your life, right? We do not have to feel, and I feel super passionate about this, we do not have to feel, hi Nav, Yeah, let me know where you're joining in from. Okay, joining in and where are you, what are you wanting to know? All right, and so we do not have to be the victim of the pharmaceutical industry and what they want for us, and all these processed food companies that are trying to sell us stuff that's extremely addictive and super harmful from our body. Got Sweden coming in. Hi. It's so good to be with you all. I'm so happy to be here. This is so fun. So let me know how I can support you and what you'd like to learn. I've got a whole list of things, but let me know so I can tailor the class to you, okay? So again, the our grandparents really knew what they were doing, and we can take charge of our lives. We can take charge of our health. We don't have to. Getting sick and getting old do not have to go together. We can just get old and feel great. And then and not to get morbid, but we don't have to die because we're sick. We can just die because we're old and it's our time. Okay, this illness and this stress and the anxiety and the depression, you guys, these things are not normal. Yes, they're common, but they do not need to be normal. Okay, and I think that we think that they're normal, and it's not. We do not have to feel this way. So what I'm offering you here is my perspective. When I used to think that essential oils just smelled good, I had no freaking clue what they could actually do for you. And so that's where I want to share that with you, because I feel so passionate about them, and they've impacted my life and millions of people's lives around the world. So anyway, okay. So the essential oil, what it is it's the plant's immune system. Okay, so there's an essential oil sac, and it's the plant's natural defense against disease, against I'm getting distracted because the cat is going insane. If anybody has cats, younger cats, you know what this is about. Okay, so when we lift the oil sac off the plant, which is distillation, by the way, we can then use it for the value that it has. Okay, and so that oil needs to be carefully lifted off of the plant, and that's microscopic, by the way, and then we can use that plant's natural defense mechanism as our own. Okay, all right, so the first thing that we want and that you want an essential oil company to do is they need to look at where the plant grows the best in the world, meaning its own indigenous environment. Okay, so it's like when they make a movie, before it's filmed, they have scouts that go all over the world to look for the best places to grow their oils. Okay, to find or to grow to shoot the movie, excuse me. And then we want the essential oil company to do the same thing. Okay, and that's what we do when we're looking for where the oil grows the best. And this is related to soil, humidity, when it's harvested, and where the plant thrives the most is super important in terms of how effective it's going to be. So that chemical complexity is in large part why the oils can do so many things. So if you look at what peppermint does, if I look up in a book, the list is going to be about this long of hundreds of uses of peppermint essential oil because of the chemical complexity. Okay, now if you're buying them at a store, usually it's not. I can guarantee you 100% that it's not the same product. It's not going to have the same chemical complexity and therefore the same therapeutic benefits. Okay, so we'll get more into that in a moment, but it can actually be more expensive as well to source the oils here, like in the States or somewhere that like someplace in like a developing country, like in Kenya or in Oman, where frankincense comes from. Okay, so frankincense oil comes from Oman and Somaliland. Okay, and we've asked the owners of doTERRA, and one of my colleague Haley was on a trip in Oman and Kenya, and she was asking the owners that were there, isn't it cheaper to produce these oils here? And he said, actually, it's not, because usually we have to build a facility, we have to train the farmers, because we want to have a sustainable product here, and we want these farmers to have a sustainable income. And we're going to get more into that, into the Healing Hands Foundation and co-impact sourcing, and how doTERRA impacts indigenous communities around the world, because it's incredible. And every time I hear about it or watch videos or go to convention about it, it's like tears streaming down my face about the impact of our using doTERRA essential oils and how that impacts these indigenous farmers. Okay, so going back to frankincense, you can grow it in 2 different places, and it might smell pretty much the same, but the quality will be very different. And the therapeutic benefits are going to be very different as well. So we need to be sure that the oil has therapeutic benefits. We are not growing them for the smell, actually. They smell amazing, and that's a nice bonus, but we are growing them for their therapeutic benefits. And what they're finding in study after study after study is that frankincense, for instance, kills cancer cells. Okay, this is a big deal when they're finding these things with a doTERRA essential oil, because this is somebody's life, right? So if somebody, and I've seen pictures of people who had brain tumors or skin cancer that went to the doctor, used doTERRA frankincense oil, came back to the doctor 3 weeks later, they were going to have massive surgeries to remove like parts of their face because of the skin cancer or parts of their brain because of the tumor. And this tumor was reduced by at least half. Okay. So when we are thinking about, do we want to use the purest essential oils? Okay, it's super important. And again, you can go back to this recording and watch all this, because it's all really important in terms of sourcing. Okay, if you're coming on late or later, right? So there are also differences in prices. So a lot of people will ask me, like, why is lemon essential oil $10 but frankincense is $70? And the difference is how challenging it is to extract the oil from the plant. Okay, so where the sac is living on the plant can be all different places: the leaf, the root, the flower, the resin, the bark. And so to get the resin from frankincense, it's a pretty dangerous, actually, and the farmers have been doing it for generations and they know how to do it, but it's a lot more tedious work. The resin has to be sorted by hand, whereas lemon essential oil just comes from the peel. It's really easy to pull that and distill that lemon oil off of the lemon. Okay. And then there's also, I get a lot of questions about difference in pricing from one company to another. And honestly, that's the difference of whether it's real or not. Okay. So frankincense at the store, even like Whole Foods or some of these other online companies, might be $30, okay, at the store. And it might be $70 from doTERRA, and I can 100% guarantee that it is not the same product. Okay, so doTERRA now has 96% exclusive access to the world's best growing regions for all the oils that they make. Okay, which means that because they treat their farmers so well, we're going to get into that, and because of the relationship that they create with their farmers only want to work with doTERRA. Okay, they have cut out the middleman. They are paying people 3 times as much and completely changing their lives, giving them medical care, clean food, earthquake-proof schools, like in the case of Haiti or Nepal, where they have had very devastating earthquakes recently in the past 5 years or so. Okay, they are this relationship allows doTERRA to have exclusive rights to 96% of the world's best growing regions. Okay, which means there's 4% left over for other companies. So when other companies say we have the same oils as doTERRA, it's not possible. Okay, it's not possible because it's not the same. Okay, so it's really important that you guys understand this, because the oils that you are putting in your bodies or on your bodies from the store are usually not safe, and 80% of these other companies are usually using contaminants maybe on accident, based on the level of purity testing that they do. So they either have contaminants or adulteration to make them cheaper. Okay, so contamination is usually not intentional. Adulteration is. Okay, you're catching my drift. All right. So moving forward, the other piece is that it might be the difference between like a Toyota, which takes like 30 hours to make, and a Rolls-Royce, which takes 6 months to make and produce. Okay, something that I know in my business too is somebody's rate might be $20 an hour. Like if I'm hiring an assistant, somebody's rate might be $20 an hour, and then somebody else's could be 40, and that person that charges $20 may not be as educated, and it takes them 3 times as long anyway. So you're really paying more for that thing that seems less expensive, okay? Whereas the person that would charge $40 an hour would be really experienced, and it would take them a third of the time, okay? And that's the same with the doTERRA essential oils. We only have to use a very small amount to get massive benefits, okay? And we don't want these fillers, weeds, pesticides, or anything extra in the bottle, all right? Okay, and doTERRA is the largest and fastest growing essential oil company in the world because of this, because they believe in this, and because they are so committed to purity and sourcing and connecting with farmers in this way and supporting farmers in this way. Okay, and doTERRA has grown a lot large at a faster rate than Apple did initially. Okay, so there are four grades of essential oils. There's synthetic, food grade, therapeutic grade, and certified pure therapeutic grade. Okay, so synthetic is exactly what it sounds like. Is made in a lab, or they add in synthetic materials. Okay, and what they're finding in essential oil research is that each essential oil has its own chemical fingerprint, and there are very microscopic differences when you look at what's called a GCMS testing report. Okay, and doTERRA is the only company that submits or allows the public to see the GCMS testing results of every single batch of oil that they sell. Okay, so on the bottom of my frankincense bottle, for instance, I keep talking about frankincense, but pretty much any of them, there's a little number, and you can go to sourcetoyou.com, plug in that number on the bottom of your bottle, and you will get the full GCMS report, and you can tell the difference. And that what it looks like is like a graph that's like this, okay? And there could be little tiny markers, like in neroli oil, okay, very sacred oil, little marker that indicates that there has been some adulteration or contaminant or something that's not quite neroli oil, but looks very similar to neroli oil on that GCMS testing result, okay? So, super important and really fascinating, and doTERRA is the only company in the industry that will release those reports. Okay, and we have to question, why are other companies not providing those? Okay, so synthetic, food, therapeutic grade, and certified pure therapeutic grade. So food grade could be things that come in like natural, again, just a marketing word that a lot of companies use that doesn't really mean anything. Okay, to put in like a tea, like lavender chamomile tea, or lots of other things. Like Vetiver is food grade approved by the FDA. Okay, they found it safe to ingest for the most part. Okay, then there's therapeutic grade and certified pure therapeutic grade. So what CPTG means, certified pure therapeutic grade, is that plants must be sourced from their native indigenous growing regions. Right? Their testing guarantees the absence of toxins, contaminants, and microorganisms. Rigorous third party, truly independent testing assures the presence of desired therapeutic qualities. Okay, more on that in a minute. Purity of oils guarantees no negative side effects or drug interactions. Okay, super important. Okay, so when you're seeing like somebody that's like, I'm allergic to fragrance. Well, of course you're allergic to fragrance, because the word fragrance can mean anywhere between 3,000 to 6,000 different chemicals. So I think most of us are probably pretty allergic, and these things cause cancer. Okay, so when this is very different than a fragrance. Okay, fragrance means synthetic. All right. So rigorous third-party independent testing. Many companies will say, we have our own independent. Hi. We have a visitor. Hi, Simon. So we have, they will say, we have our own third-party independent testers. Hi, Simon. That means that those are their own independent. They're not independent, right, is what I'm saying. Come here, buddy. They are their own not independent testers. right? So what doTERRA does is the oils will be tested on site, let's say in Kenya, where they're growing, or Oman, where they're growing frankincense, for instance, or Nepal, where they grow in wintergreen. They will test those on site. If they meet a certain level of purity, then doTERRA will send it to the US to be tested by multiple third-party independent testers. This is every single batch, okay? And those independent testers will then let us know if the oil is that pure as we would like, okay? And then from there, doTERRA's internal testers will test it again. And they are doing anywhere from 8 to 10 different tests that are very specific, including that GCMS report. Most other companies are doing maybe 3, okay? So when they're saying they're pure, they're using very old, very rudimentary tests that test for a very surface level amount of purity, okay? Okay, so that's what CPTG means. And this allows us to take doTERRA essential oils internally safely. Okay, so when you have your doTERRA oils, you'll see that they have essential oil supplement facts on them if they're safe to take internally. Some of them have fractionated coconut oil in them, which means that you don't take them internally. Okay, so the way that an essential oil works in our body is because they are oil-based, we've got 2 visitors now. Hi. They are oil-based, and our cell walls are made up of a phospholipid bilayer. Okay, so my first half of my undergrad degree was pre-med. I did a lot of pre-med classes in organic chemistry. So we have a phospholipid bilayer on all of our cells, or most of our cells. Okay, and Western pharmaceuticals are mostly water-based. So what this means is that they're not penetrating the cell wall, right? They are, water and oil don't mix, right? Oil is fat. Water and oil don't mix, as we all know. It's always a trick question when I ask that question. And so the Western water-based pharmaceuticals don't penetrate our cell walls, okay? So including antibiotics, including even small molecule drugs, 80% of them do not pass through the blood-brain barrier. This is a big problem when we're trying to treat things like depression and anxiety, because it's not even going into their brain, where the problem is to begin with, okay? The oils can penetrate the cell wall, and they can kill viruses, okay? They denature the virus. So when I've used, the first time when I first started using essential oils, I thought they just smelled good, right? And hi, Jim. My beautiful friend, Jim Beckwith, who's an amazing kirtan artist, just popped in to join us. If you guys check out his music, he's amazing. So when I first started using oils, I just was like, oh, they just smell good, right? No, wrong. I had no idea. I thought they were just going to like kind of help me relax. I came down with a compromised immune system, is what I'll say, since we're being compliant. Yeah, and yes, Jim, they do smell good. And on top of it, they have lots of therapeutic benefits that we have to consider and remember that we're not growing them to smell good. We're growing them to impact our bodies at a very deep level. So I woke up, and if any of you know what this feels like, or you know what I mean here, I woke up feeling that my immune system was quite compromised, is what I'll say. So I was achy, I was tired, I was had a lot of those kinds of symptoms, okay? I think we're all getting my drift here, okay? And I use 4 of the basic essential oils: frankincense, On Guard, melaleuca, which is tea tree, and oregano in a capsule every 2 to 4 hours. Yes, Simon, hi. And by the next day, I was about 80% better. 2 days later, it's like nothing had happened. So when we're coming into cold and flu season, you guys, hint, hint, okay? You do not have to be sick. You can be the one that is not sick, and everybody else is. This is how this every year for me. I'm like, I don't remember the last time I got sick. Because every time I start to feel stuff, I just have my oils, right? This is transformative for our lives. You do not, getting sick and having to get the flu shot, which is full of pesticides and contaminants and preservatives, and probably more harmful than the flu shot itself, right? That does not have to be our reality. And so that's what I'm offering you here. Okay. All right. We're all on the same page, I think. So 3 ways to use them. Aromatically, what we did with the peppermint oil. If you're tired at the end of the day, that 3 o'clock slump comes around, you hit the caffeine, try peppermint, any kind of minty oil, couple drops, palm of your hands. Breathe it in, avoid the eyes. It's gonna be very intense. Wake it up, put it on the back of your neck, around your forehead. You won't need the caffeine in the afternoon. I can promise you, okay? Okay, aromatically, also diffusers, amazing for stress, energy, helping you fall asleep, stay asleep. Okay, diffusers, I don't know what I did without the diffuser before I didn't have one. Okay, I don't know how I lived without it. Second, topically, frankincense for focus, concentration, meditation, couple drops, palm of my hand, around the forehead, behind my ears, pulse points. Okay, you can do reflexology on the bottoms of your feet. You have the biggest pores on the bottoms of your feet. They will go systemically through your bloodstream in about 25 to 27 seconds. Okay, through all cells of your body. Remember, because they are oil-based, they go into all the cells of your body. Woo! And you are getting the benefit from one drop, you guys. And if you look at what is like the price per drop of each of these oils, a 15 milliliter bottle of lemon is about $10 and has 240 drops. So if somebody wants to do the math on that for me and put down what is the price per drop for lemon, I will send you a free essential oil. Okay, I'm not going to do that right here, right now. Okay, so topically, so you can use it for systemic effects like that, or localized, like joint discomforts. Okay, muscle discomforts, massage, super therapeutic in massage, immediate comfort and immune support. My nose is itchy. Okay, is there an oil for that? Yes, there is. All right. Itchiness, lavender, melaleuca, they're natural antihistamines. Lavender and melaleuca have worked way better for me. I get really bad reactions to like mosquito bites. I'm a wilderness therapist. I'm in the middle of the desert all the time in the forest, and there's mosquitoes everywhere. Okay. And natural antihistamine, they've worked better to reduce the inflammation and the itching than any cream I've ever used. Okay. And I've always had this issue, so I've used all the creams. Okay. And then internally, again, this is exclusive to doTERRA. It detoxes the body. So a couple of drops in lemon or wild orange, or what else did I put? Any of those citrus oils are going to detox your body. Grapefruit helps boost metabolism. Okay, so those of you who struggle with weight loss, that's a good one. Digestive system support. So Digestin is one of our 10 basic oils. We'll be getting into that. In this amount of water, a little bit of water, 3 to 4 drops, take it back really quick. I don't really love the taste. Some people do. I've had all sorts of I have an autoimmune disorder in my esophagus, and these oils have helped tremendously to help reduce the inflammation in my esophagus. I was having like spasms and feeling like I was choking, things like that, like really intense, exacerbated by stress and exacerbated by foods that I might eat that might have been more inflammatory. Okay, so the essential oils will help reduce those kinds of digestive problems around on the belly topically for bloating, things like that. Okay. And then they are impacting every single cell of our body again. Okay, so lavender, let's get into the 10 oils. Lavender, we all know lavender. Okay, when you open this bottle up, it smells very different than the ones at the store, again, because it doesn't have any contaminants in them. The oils that doTERRA produces that they do not feel are up to their standard, that CPTG, certified pure therapeutic grade standard, they will let other companies have those. Okay. So, okay, I think we're all getting it. Yeah. They're letting those other companies have the oils that they don't want to sell. Okay. Super important to remember that. Lavender, all things calming. Diffuse in your room. Okay. Or apply it topically to calm anxious feelings, soothe your emotions, ground you. Okay. Some other ways to use lavender bath. After a hard workout or a long day on your feet, mix lavender with deep blue, which we'll talk about, yeah, to your legs and feet. You could also add lemongrass, but that's not one of the 10 basic oils, okay? So I'm just going to focus on 10 basic oils. You can add 4 to 5 drops to any kind of natural vinegar cleaning mixture for a less intense scent, right? It soothes the skin, soothes burned skin. I have seen people with third-degree burns, child with third-degree burns, apply doTERRA, lavender, peppermint, helichrysum compounds, or compresses, excuse me, on their skin, healed in a third of the time. Okay. Apply to the bottoms of your feet for deeper sleep to help you fall asleep. Diffuse, keep it in the diffuser all night with frankincense as well to help you stay asleep. Okay. Sprinkle a mix, so you can mix baking soda and 10 drops of lavender, and you can sprinkle that just a little bit on the bed and let it sit on the mattress, excuse me. Let it sit on the mattress and then vacuum it up, and it will smell amazing. Okay, you can also combine with eucalyptus, peppermint, clove, or rosemary. Okay. Oatmeal. Fill a baby food jar, any kind of jar, with oatmeal. Add 5 to 8 drops. Bye, Jim. Add 5 to 8 drops of lavender oil. And when it's time to wash your face, add water and it becomes an excellent natural scrub. Okay, and a little goes a long way here. Okay, and then you can also place a couple drops of lavender on your pillow. It also helps with seasonal discomfort. You can take it internally with lemon and peppermint for any kind of seasonal discomfort, right? And then you can make a homemade aftershave. Any kind, if you had a wax or if you had any kind of razor burn, apply it there. It's going to really reduce the inflammation in the skin. Anytime I'm having skin issues and there's puffiness, inflammation, redness, after a facial perhaps, things like that, you want to put lavender on. It's going to massively reduce the inflammation in the face, in the skin, okay? All right, moving on, lemon. So this is extremely detoxifying. If I put 1 drop of lemon oil in the bottom of a styrofoam cup and left it here at the beginning of our class and came back, the bottom would be eaten out. Okay, it would be gone. And that's how it works on synthetic crap, right? On things that need to be cleaned. Like you can clean your keyboard with 1 drop of essential oil and all your electronics will look brand new. Okay, and then but it's not harmful for your body. It's super good for your body. It's pulling all those contaminants out. So when we're talking about inflammation, we want to reduce the toxic load, and that's how through our environment, through our food, and then things like lemon essential oil internally, a couple drops in your water, huge impact, beneficial impact on your body. Okay, beautiful. And it helps me wake up. So I'll drink a big glass of water in the morning, something like this, couple of drops of lemon, and I am like way awake, right? Okay. You can add a drop to honey to soothe a dry or irritated throat, diffuse in a room to neutralize any weird smells, and then use it to clean your kitchen counters, yeah, and or stainless steel appliances, take internally with water, again, as an antioxidant and detoxifier. Okay, another couple of uses. You can get rid of sticky stuff like Goo Gone, okay? Sticker residue, permanent marker, gets gum out of hair. So any of you mamas out there who've had kids with gum in their hair, use some lemon essential oil, and you know that these doTERRA oils are so pure, you do not have to worry, right? If you're cleaning your house with water, vinegar, essential oils, like you don't have to worry about your baby walking or like crawling around and putting its mouth on everything, okay? That's gonna bring us to On Guard next, because it's a really impactful cleaning agent. All right. And let's see, it's again, it can add lemon to salad dressings, to all kinds of food. Again, just doTERRA. The other ones are not safe to take internally. Please do not take them internally. It's not safe, okay? Hi, everybody. Again, if you have questions, please let me know. One word of things you want to learn. All right. You can add it to your dishwasher. Okay. It's going to take that smell out. And helps, you can diffuse lemon with peppermint in the classroom or during homework time or when you're working to help you stay awake and focused and not fall asleep in the afternoon. All right. Okay. Peppermint. Move into peppermint. Peppermint. Oh my goodness. So amazing. It's cooling and invigorating. So those of you women who have hormonal imbalances and are feeling hot, all right, this is an incredible oil to use. It opens up the respiratory system. It cools the body. And it's very energizing is what I'll say. I remember I taught a class, an essential oil class, and it was pretty late. And I put peppermint on the bottoms of my feet to show them. And I was awake till like midnight or 1 o'clock. Okay. So it's very, and I had to counteract it with another oil to help me fall asleep. Okay. You can add it to water in a spray bottle. Again, we're talking about peppermint, and mist the body when overheated. Right. Hi, everyone. So then, and you can apply it to your neck and forehead with lavender to calm any discomfort in this area. Any discomfort here, lavender, peppermint, okay, together. They found in a German study as well that 1 drop of doTERRA peppermint oil is about the equivalent of 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient in Tylenol. Okay, so when we think about all the side effects of painkillers, even over-the-counter painkillers, we don't have to go that route. We just don't. Even with surgeries and hip replacements, you can use these oils instead of these things, instead of like over-the-counter and prescription med, like I want to say that, like pain meds, okay, that can be very addictive. And I see this a lot in my work with in wilderness therapy. Yeah, we don't have to go there. All right. Peppermint as well supports healthy breathing. You can use it as a mouth rinse to perk your mouth, to make everything smell clean. Okay. Joint discomfort. It's very good for digestion. You can add it to your smoothies to shake it up a little bit, and diffusing peppermint when you're eating will help rein in the urge to snack on junk food. Okay, so it's helpful for willpower. It's a good way to control your appetite and feel full faster. Okay, all right. This was a big one for me when I was in graduate school. It's like, help me stay awake and keep everything moving and get my work done. All right, Melaleuca, tea tree oil. First aid for the skin. Okay, so this helps with skin, any inflammation. Again, it's an very strong antihistamine. Use it with your shampoo or conditioner for healthy scalp, and apply to your feet and toenails after showering, swimming, or working out. It's a very strong antifungal. Okay, you can take it as well internally to help boost your immune system. What else? It also really helps with razor burn. So you would mix a bottle with mix a couple drops, just a few, with fractionated coconut oil for a wonderful moisturizer. And then you can also add to lavender and frankincense to reduce the inflammation after shaving. Okay, really effective cleaner as well. 10 drops Melaleuca, half a cup of baking soda, 1/4 of a cup of vinegar to clean the toilet. Yay. Refresh your wash. You can add it to your laundry detergent to get rid of any weird musty smells. Like I remember living in San Francisco and everything just smelled damp all the time. Ugh. And it was like, so that would help get those smells out. Okay. Homemade baby wipes. You can cut a paper towel roll in half, place it in a storage container, 2 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons fractionated coconut oil, and 3 drops each of Melaleuca and lavender. When the liquid's absorbed, remove the cardboard roll and pull the wipes from the center. Done. Easy. Okay, so you're looking at, we're reducing the toxic load, getting all this toxic crap out of our bodies, out of our homes. We have more pollution in our homes because of all the chemicals that we use. Okay, let's just check here. How are we doing over here? All right, so when soap won't get permanent marker off your skin, Melaleuca will. Yeah. Had too much fun in the sun? Apply it to your skin during family vacation or after a long day in the sun. Yeah. Okay. Hiking, from all my hikers out there, you can take Melaleuca with you next time you are hiking, and it's a great cleansing agent for occasional scrapes and other skin irritation. All right. Hi, everyone. Yeah, boost your immune system. Okay, it's a young athlete's best friend. Okay, pitting in the skin is a fungal infection. Melaleuca, I've had people come to me with fungal infections in their nails that they have not been able to get out, even with prescription medication creams, and doTERRA Melaleuca like that did the trick. Okay. Okay. Moving on down. Frankincense, frankincense, frankincense. Use it to clean and dress minor cuts, bites, and sores. Apply to your neck and forehead with lavender and peppermint to help calm stress and any head tension. Yeah. Apply to the bottoms of your feet or take internally to support immune function to massively reduce inflammation in the body. This is, when in doubt, pull your frankincense out. Frankincense, by far, is like a golden oil. Okay, we're going to be talking about how to get this at a much cheaper cost. Okay, use aromatically and topically to help lift your mood, and it's a very high vibration, high energy oil. So it's a crown chakra, third eye chakra kind of oil. Okay, that's why the wise men brought Jesus, baby Jesus, frankincense, gold, and myrrh. It was that valuable. Okay, what else can we use frankincense for? We can use frankincense for calming down. Again, nourish your skin. If you've got overworked hands, like you're gardening a lot, or you've got pain in joints, frankincense. Okay. Use it instead of perfume. All these fragrances have endocrine disrupting chemicals in them, deodorants, all these, so many of these products that are out that have, look at the ingredients. When fragrance is listed, that is a endocrine disrupting, hormone disrupting, cancer causing agent that could mean anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 different chemicals, and they're not necessary. You don't have to use them. There are other things that are more effective and safer and cheaper. Okay. Really good for focus, frankincense. If you have weak fingernails, apply the frankincense to your fingernails. Yeah. Again, you can add to a little bit of honey and herbal tea to maintain good health. Again, going back to the lemon, we can also use lemon with that. It relaxes the nervous system, but uplifts the mood. And it promotes healthy cellular proliferation. Healthy cellular proliferation, healthy cell growth. Cancer is unhealthy cell growth. Frankincense promotes healthy cell growth. Okay, helps with relieving anxious feelings and creates a positive mood. Yeah. So again, I would be using frankincense topically, internally, all over my body. Okay. Also helps reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, things like that. Okay. Deep blue, muscle and joint support. Apply directly to tired, aching joints. I would mix it with frankincense. Frankincense plus deep blue. Rub on your muscles before and after exercise to reduce discomfort. Okay. Use with a carrier oil for therapeutic deep tissue massage. Deep blue is amazing. Okay, other ways to use it. Okay, if you're sitting a lot at work, long hours on the computer, deep blue on your wrists, on your shoulders, reduce tension. Okay. When kids are growing and they've got growing pains, really nice there on their legs, on any of their joints that hurt. Okay. Been lifting a lot, you've been working out a lot, using this is really good for that. Deep blue contains deep blue tansy and helichrysum, which when used regularly can promote long-term muscle, joint, and bone health. Okay. I'm not sure what that question is. Do I come from the US? Yes, I live in the US. I live in Oregon. I think that's what you're asking. Okay. tennis elbow, any kind of, again, joint muscle pain. Okay, Deep Blue is where it's at. All right. This is funny. When you realize you're not 18 anymore, use Deep Blue. Okay. Breathe, 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 breathe. So breathe, respiratory blend. Really impactful on the body and the respiratory system. If we've got respiratory issues, this opens things back up and reduces our need for other respiratory support chemicals. Let's say that. Okay. Diffuse it at bedtime, really helpful for snoring. Reduces snoring significantly when diffused. Okay. Keep it in diffuse at bedtime during the night, or keep it in a roll-on bottle by the bedside in your car, in your purse. Okay. Roll it on your chest, bottoms of the feet, or upper lip right under the nose. All right. Any congestion in the chest, put a drop of Breathe Blend and a drop of wintergreen essential oil in a sink of hot water. Place a damp towel over your head. Inhale deeply, breathing in that steam. This is called a steam tent. Okay. All righty. And then, so again, we're talking about the respiratory blend, breathe. If you, again, we want to cleanse the air in our homes. Our homes are more contaminated than the outside world because of all the chemicals that we use in our house. Diffusing Breathe will help cleanse the air, purify the air so that it's easier to breathe. Okay. All right. We have 2 minutes left. So I'm going to have to hop off and hop back on Instagram Live. Okay. So you can hop back over on the Facebook Live. If you are on Facebook, it's Jenna Pacelli on Facebook, my personal page. Okay. So how else are we doing? Okay. And then moving to On Guard, the immune support blend. Yeah. Immune support blend. Dilute and gargle morning and night for a protective mouth rinse. It also will whiten the teeth. Take several drops in an empty gelatin capsule for added immune support. Bottoms of the feet as well would work for kiddos. If you're using it on kids, dilution, use another carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil or a sesame or almond oil or jojoba oil, okay? Dilute in a spray bottle to clean doorknobs, telephones, and other community surfaces that things are being used a lot. Your cell phone, okay? Spray it on, rub it on, cleans everything. Okay. Oh, hi. Yes, to the US. One day I will go to a free country from Indonesia. Thank you for being on. So we've got people from Sweden, from Indonesia. This is wonderful. Thank you for being here. We'd love to have you in our country too. Yes. Diffuse in a room to eliminate airborne pathogens. They have found that On Guard is more effective than Lysol at killing germs. Ooh, all right, 30 seconds. We're going to be kicked off here. I'll hop back on Instagram Live in a minute, but if you want to hop over to Facebook Live, that's where I'm at as well. And we're wrapping up soon here. Digestin, amazing. Okay, I'm going to hop off and we'll talk about Digestin soon, okay? And okay. All right, we are getting back on Instagram. All right, you guys. Okay, so Digestin, tummy tamer, amazing. Rub it on our bellies for bloating, any occasional tummy ache. Okay, apply before bedtime. It'll help them sleep soundly too. Digestin. Dilute 1 drop of the digestive blend with fractionated coconut oil. Okay, if you've had too much dairy and you're sensitive to dairy, Digestin in a little bit of water. Take it back. Okay. Sailor's little buddy. Okay. I was in Hawaii earlier this year, got pretty seasick. I tend to get kind of seasick, or I get sick if I'm in a little plane and I'm like, ooh, Digestin. Amazing. Okay. Holiday helper. The holidays are coming up. Okay. Sometimes we tend to overeat. We all know where this is going. Again, in a capsule, over your belly, can work for really severe stomach digestive issues. Okay, oregano. Oregano, incredible in its antibiotic impact. It is a very strong antibiotic. We only want to use it for 10 days at a time, okay? Max. We can take it internally. Again, when I was coming down with some of that when my immune system was compromised and I was feeling really achy and sick. Hi, Vanessa. It's good to see you, Hemi. Then oregano as part of that protocol helps reduce and helps support the immune system. Okay, we can put it into spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce to add flavor to it, add that immune support. It's a very hot oil. You want to take a toothpick down into the bottle, and that's how much you need. That's how potent these oils are. Okay, you need very little. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, if you've got questions, bring them on. To help keep your home clean, mix 3 drops of oregano with water in a spray bottle and spray it in corners of the shower, sink, and other damp and dark places. Yeah? Okay. Okay, it'll also soften cuticles and rough spots on your feet. Okay, so that can help. So 6 drops of oregano to fractionated coconut oil. You want to dilute this a lot when you're using it topically. Okay. How are we doing over here? Okay, good. It's very warming again, so you could use it to warm your body, literally. 1 drop with a good amount of fractionated coconut oil, massage quickly into the hands and feet to help warm the body. All right. Also can clear out the respiratory system. Taking a veggie capsule with food, please. You're gonna be burping up oregano. Okay. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's really easy to combat that, to not have that happen. Okay. All right, less is more. More oregano is not always the answer. Oregano is one of the most potent essential oils. 1 drop is usually all you need. So when used improperly, you want to have fractionated coconut oil around, or any kind of olive oil, lemon, or jojoba oil, what we call a carrier oil, to dilute. Like, let's say you had a residue on your hands, you want to get it out of the eyes, it's gonna burn. Okay, so you want to get it out with another oil. Water is not going to help. All right, and we talked about frankincense. Okay, so I told you guys I had a surprise for you if you were on today. And the surprise is all 10 of these oils plus a diffuser are $220 through doTERRA through today. Okay, so I will add, I'm going to put my link to enroll. If you're on Instagram, my link to enroll is in my bio. Yeah, and I'm going to put my doTERRA, I'm going to put my link. You can enroll there. The Home Essentials Kit is what you want to get. So a handful of the kits are 20% off this month, which means they're 45% off of what you would normally pay for retail. So 45% off for these oils is incredible. Okay, so through the end of today, because today's the last day of September, right? So emotional aromatherapy diffuse kit. So I'm gonna add these links. Cleanse and Restore Kit, the Home Essentials Kit, which is the one that I recommend. It comes with all 10 of those oils, plus a diffuser. Diffuser alone is usually $50 for a good diffuser. I noticed my other diffusers that aren't from doTERRA, that were gifts, do not put out the same level of oil consistently as the ones from doTERRA. The frankincense alone is $70 wholesale. Okay, so for $220 to get all 10 of these oils, this is going to change your life completely. Okay, and they every maybe few years do they discount these kits. Okay, Natural Solutions Kit as well, 20% off the wholesale price, 45% off of the retail price. Every Oil Kit, 20% off. Diamond Kit, 20% off. So again, all these oils that you were hearing me talk about are 45% off of retail through today. So if you've been curious about oils, it is a one-time fee that opens you your wholesale account. That will change your life. It changed mine. I had no idea. I feel so passionate about it. That's why I'm here sharing them with you, because we don't have to be sick. We don't have to be depressed. We don't have to feel anxious. We don't have to be tired. All those things are preventable. And hey, Nick, and they don't have to be the reality of our lives. Okay. So, or if you have a friend, you're already on my team, you're already in my tree, then you can offer this to them as well. It's for anybody. So again, the Home Essentials Kit is the one that I recommend. I'm going to post my link here momentarily. It's in my Instagram my Instagram bio, and I'm going to place it in the comments here. Okay, and that's going to open you your wholesale account. All right, so it's in there. Yes, I know. All right, so share that with your friends, adding the link. All you're going to do is click become a member. Again, this is a one-time fee. It's not a monthly thing. This is going to get you, yes, it comes with an instruction. It comes with an instruction manual, and you get my support for free forever. And we have a 2-week group that will teach you how to use these oils more consistently and in your everyday life, how to incorporate them into all sorts of creative ways. Yes, hun. Yes, Claire. What oils used for what type of ailment? Yes, and then I will connect with you one-on-one. We'll do a wellness consult. We'll get you set up with books, with websites, with apps, and you will know how to use all these oils. Okay. Today is just a very basic intro. All the things that I covered, believe it or not, are very fundamental and very basic, and there's so much to learn and so many ways that you can use these oils. Okay. So go to the link. Click become a member. Let's go through, I'll walk you through it. Okay, so you go to that link, mydoterra.com/Jenna Pacelli. So it's my.doterra.com/Jenna Pacelli. You go become a member. Then you click 25, you click wholesale customer, okay? Wholesale customer, and then it's gonna take you through your country, continue, add in, you're gonna add in, what I highly recommend is at least the home essentials kit for $220, you're getting all of these oils. That is a good question, my friend in Indonesia. Let me see, let's look. I can't remember. Message me individually. Okay, I don't know what your name is, but my friend in Indonesia, message me individually, privately, and we can connect. Okay, that's a separate, if you're in Indonesia and other countries, there's some other, certain countries are open and others are not. Okay, so we'll have to figure that out. Okay, and I can help you today. So, where were we? So you'll go to become a member. You'll get 45% off of retail. So all 10 of those oils are $220. So the basic kit is called the Family Essentials Kit. Comes with 5 milliliter bottles, which are about this big. It's about 80 drops. Normally that's 100 and what is it? 70. Normally that kit is $150 plus shipping and tax. Okay, for 5 mils for 80 drops of these 10 basic oils, no diffuser. 150. Usually it works out with shipping and taxes about 175. So with the Home Essentials Kit, you are getting 3 times as much oil. These are 15 ml bottles, 240 drops for $220 for it. So it's like another like 30 or so dollars for 3 times as much oil because of this promotion plus a diffuser. Okay, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. Home Essentials Kit, or the most popular kit is the Natural Solutions Kit, and that is like your reduce your toxic load kit. It would be 20% off of $550. Let's find out. Do the math here. Okay, so $440 plus another free $100 in product credit when you place another order in what's this month? In October. Okay, so you have to get another free $100. So you get 500 and what is it? Because it's $550, and that's greatly reduced. And I'm also going to add the link to this to the Facebook Live. Okay. So that Natural Solutions Kit, normally $550, that's already massively discounted, plus another $100 free in free product, and another $110 off with this promotion through the end of the day. So you're getting paying $440 to get like $800 worth of stuff for free. Okay, so that's an incredible deal as well. Okay, hi Will. Yeah, okay, so we're going through the kits. So that's what I recommend is the Home Essentials Kit and the Natural Solutions Kit. All right, that is it. So I'm posting the links to these, to the enrollment page, and then the enrollment kits. Yeah, all right. Mwah. Good to be with you. I will see you next time. Message me privately if you have questions. Okay, again, this is a one-time fee. It's not a monthly thing. You're not roped into anything. There's there's nothing, okay? No hidden anything, okay? And then we'll get one-on-one support on board, you and me, a 2-week essential oil Facebook group, all the above. You will know how to use all your 10 basic oils and they will absolutely change your life. All right, we're gonna hop off here. We're a little bit over time. Sending love. Remember, this goes to the end of the day. Okay, see you soon.